Hello, everybody. Welcome to Real on the Real. My name is IJ,
And I'm Uchenna.
and we're here to give you the best tea on Married to Medicine, season 8, episode 4. That was hard to say. And first of all, for those of you who do watch us for Married to Medicine, as you notice, for the first time, the trifecta is not in effect.
No, there's only two of us tonight. We are
Yes.
missing our dear Dior.
Yes, Dior. We shall see you in about 2 to 3 weeks. She's away on vacation, and when she comes back, I'm sure she'll be looking tanned and beautiful.
Right.
So let's get on to our what happened in episode 4 of Married to Medicine. It was a little bit better,
A little bit
right?
more interesting, some
Yes.
more stuff for us to gab about.
It was fun. It was a fun episode.
Yeah, it
A
was
little bit till
definitely.
Heavenly got on, but we'll get there.
Yes. At least it was at the end of the episode.
Thank goodness. I know. So let's start out with Anila. Is that her how you
Yes,
pronounce
I
it?
am loving Anila and her husband and her family.
Yes, right?
Yes, even though her mother is annoying, but I love her.
I do
She
too.
cracks me up.
I do. I find them enjoyable and refreshing to watch on this show. And I'm happy that, she's Toya's friend, like I said the last time.
Hmm.
So what did you think about her taking Contessa out for a walk and being straightforward with her?
I think that was good. I think that is the type of interaction that Contessa respects, and I thought that it was good for her to be like, can let's go on a walk, let's talk about it. And she confronted her about how she felt about what she did with her mother. And that really shocked me that she was like, hey, I felt that you were being disrespectful to my mom,
Right.
and Contessa was like, hold up, wait a minute. I wasn't. And I could see how Anila could feel like that. And I can see how Contessa was like, no, I wasn't.
No,
And I
yeah,
can
because
understand.
the lady put her hands on her and was tugging on
But
her.
you understand that that was an old woman who was just trying to get her to come back and sit down. It wasn't like she was trying to tussle and fight with her. She
I
was
know,
just
I
she was
know,
just trying to
I
be like,
know, I know. And
just
Contessa
come
said,
back.
"Well, in my
I know that was
I
a
was
bit
like,
much.
okay, girl, on with the next because at
Right.
least she did come to you and to talk. And I
Hmm.
thought it was, and she didn't do it in front of everybody.
Right.
She didn't do it
Hmm.
when all the girls were there and started. No, that's
Hmm.
something Heavenly would do. No,
Right. All the other
she
girls would have done that.
sure would have. She
Yeah.
pulled her aside one on one and said, "Hey, I didn't like this. This is what happened. Let's squash it." And I thought Contessa keeps saying that that Anila is like trying to be like, trying to get her and Toya together and is being shouting for Toya, being Toya's cheerleader. I don't see it that way.
No, I don't either.
I
I
see
think
her
she's.
being nosy and she should keep on her own side that what's going on between these two feelings have nothing to do with you.
Hmm.
But yeah, I thought that was like yeah, I think that it's best for her to stay out of other people's relationships and worry about her own relationship.
No, I totally agree, and I think she note taken that she won't try to do that again.
Yeah, right. Because she sees how volatile they can get. She should have
Right.
known by watching the show.
Right. I know, but I thought her family handled it pretty well. Like
Right.
at the dinner, they were just like, they were just watching.
Our family would have been like,
I
next.
know. I thought it was, I mean, the house that they're building is going to be gorgeous.
Yeah, but next week we see that it's just probably getting out of control,
Right, yes. I
especially
mean, it
since
went from
COVID.
9,000 to 14,000. That's an extra 5,000 square feet.
And
That's
their house
two
doesn't
to
see
three
9,000.
houses.
Their house doesn't see 9,000 square feet.
No, it looks huge.
No, I'm talking about their house that they live in right now.
Oh, I don't know how big that house. No,
Oh,
they
I thought you
said
said you're going from
no.
9,000 to
The
14.
house was originally the house that they're building right now was supposed to be 9,000 square feet, but then they increased it to 14,000 square
Woo!
feet. I know. So that's another three houses they added on to that. Because most houses are like what, 1,400 square feet, right?
1,200. Most
Yeah,
apartments are 1,200. Yeah,
right.
1,400.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
just too big.
It is. It's
That's
huge.
humongous.
It's humongous. Huge. Right.
And especially during COVID season, at the beginning, they were talking about, how is he going to make up money for all the money he's lost?
Plus, yeah.
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 What
And I
about,
did talk to Chi Chi. I asked Chi Chi, I was like, we watched the show.
for
Um,
those of you guys that don't know, Chi Chi is our sister, Dr. Arafu.
hmm And so,
Well, she is.
yes, she is. And so I asked her, I was like, do you know of any doctors that have lost their practice during COVID? And because on the show we watched, we heard they said that some of their doctor friends have lost their practices. And she was like, no, she hasn't heard of any doctors losing their practice. And she was like, maybe because they're in a smaller community where there isn't that much competition. But she said that none of them have lost their practice during COVID.
Okay.
But it was interesting that her mother, Anila's mother, was not impressed with the house. And did you see that part?
No, I must have missed that part.
Yeah, it was in the beginning.
Okay.
She was not impressed with the house, and because it's in construction,
Hmm.
and she was she was explaining all these things, and the mother's like, no, the ceiling should be higher. This guest room is too small. It should be bigger. And the daughter was like, getting to be upset, and the husband was getting upset because the mother was like complaining about the house, their dream
I would like to
house.
see where the mother and father live.
Well, the thing is, her father came from a very, very wealthy family in India. And so
Hmm.
that's what the mother was used to seeing,
Oh.
her husband's, family's home. And so
Hmm.
that's what she was kind of comparing it to.
Well,
So,
okay.
yeah.
Things are cheaper in India.
Yeah, that is true. Right. So, but it was interesting. It was good.
So, as we move on and we move on to the throughout the show, we're only going to talk about interesting points. We're not going to do a fly by by.
Mm-hmm.
So, what did you think about poor Dr. Latoya's husband?
Mm-hmm.
What was his name again?
Um, my gosh. Shoot.
Well, anyways,
This is why we
sorry,
need
people.
more.
I know, so it's right on the tip of my tongue. But he was sleeping, resting,
I
and
know.
she had the nerve to come and wake him up. I
Yeah,
mean,
for a bubble bath.
for
I
a
mean, it
bubble.
was sweet. It was sweet.
No, no. If I'm sleeping and I've gotten done with a 14-hour shift, how many shifts in a row are you doing, constantly working and so forth, bringing home the bacon and not getting sleep, being on call? You're an ER doc. He is working, working,
Right.
working.
Right.
And I'm sleeping and you want to wake me up for a bubble bath? No, honey. No.
Mm-hmm.
I would have slapped you, kicked you out of my room, and turned my ass around and went back to sleep. And he was just like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and getting up and going. No, she should have had him go work out with her. That's what she should have done. That would
I
help
agree.
them feel more energized.
Right.
But the bubble bath is cute if it's on a Saturday, you ain't got nothing to do. That's
Mm-hmm.
cute. Even if you do have kids, send your kids downstairs and say, don't come up these steps so we call you.
Right. Right.
Have your bubble bath, but no, don't wake me up for no bubble bath and a glass of water. I'd have been so mad.
Right. I guess that was their quality time.
No, it was her quality time.
Right. Right. Yeah, that's
Right.
true. Mm-hmm.
But I did like the fact that he did talk to her about
Her
how
attitude.
her attitude
Mm-hmm.
and how
Mm-hmm.
she pops off at the mouth too much.
Right. Right.
And she is very aggressive.
Mm-hmm. But
And then
she's
she's
always been aggressive.
yeah, but I think she's even more aggressive now, she said, because she feels like I guess the COVID thing has really made her feel tense and
Mm-hmm.
frustrated.
Yeah, I think that it happens with a lot of people. A lot of relationships are going through it with COVID.
Yeah.
A lot of
But
people are getting divorced.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
it's nice to see that their relationship is still good, you
Yeah,
know.
it's still good. And
Yeah.
he has had more of a backbone. He has been standing up to her more. Because
How many people are telling him?
he was really mealy mouth. He was like a he, he was like that before. But now he stands up to her more, which, I like. I like
Mhm.
that he does that more.
Right. Then the other interesting thing that happened was that basketball game. I
Yeah, that
think
was
that
so
was
much
just
fun.
that looked so much fun. I would
And
have
I also
loved.
love seeing Simone and her son's interaction together.
Yes. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
hilarious.
it's
It's hilarious.
hilarious.
It's hilarious. It
It
really is.
is.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I enjoyed seeing that as well too. I enjoyed the basketball game. Excuse me. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't know Heavenly's property was that big.
It's huge. It's humongous.
Yeah. I was like,
Right.
wow. And you had to
Right.
walk
Right.
the basketball court
Right.
all up in
Right.
the woods.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was cute.
That was
And her
cute.
daughter is turning out to be, hopefully she's not as sassy mouth as she was before, but she's
I
turned out to
bet.
be a beautiful young lady.
Yeah. But her sassiness I thought was adorable because she was sassy to Heavenly, and Heavenly needed that sass. She did. Yeah, her
I said
daughter's
Heavenly needed
adorable.
sass. But when Heavenly said, stop looking at her,
Like, girl, ain't no one looking at your daughter. He's not looking at her.
he's about ready to go to college and he is
Right.
thinking about the college girls, not the
Girls.
high school girls.
Right.
But what do you think about her other son that decided to take a year off and work?
Well, he didn't decide. Remember, he said he said it was how did he put it? He said it was involuntary.
He was having a bit too much fun in
At
college.
Howard. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's too bad.
It is too bad. That's a big disappointment, especially coming as a doctor's son. There's all of these like
It's not an easy school to get
pressure.
into neither.
No, no, mm-mm.
No,
No,
and
it's
I don't
not.
think that they're going to let you in just because your mom is on Married to Medicine.
Mm-hmm.
No, you had to have decent grades to get in there. You had to
Oh
have
yeah,
good grades and good
yeah,
recommendations and so forth to get in
right.
there. So
Mm-hmm.
it was wasted.
It was wasted.
That's too bad.
It is too
Um,
bad.
and so now he's sitting out while his brother goes off to college.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be
Mm-hmm.
funny if he becomes the one that's,
Yeah, the
successful.
younger brother.
Yeah. But you know what? I think a lot of college students who play sports, like Kaylin told me, it makes you regimented.
Mm-hmm.
Study time, eating time,
Right.
basketball time, resting time, study
Right.
time, like routine.
Yeah. Right.
So
Yeah.
as long as you're giving that time to study and learn, it
Mm-hmm.
could be very beneficial.
Right. Right. Yeah. And there's I was reading the statistic that a lot of most Fortune 500 CEOs played college
Oh wow.
sports. Yeah,
Okay.
because of that regimen, because of that focus.
Mhm.
So if
Okay.
your focus and if school is important, you're not just going there to play ball, then you
Hmm.
can be successful.
Right. I
Um,
totally agree.
yeah,
And I would have thought that the parents would have beat them.
yeah, but they're too old, man. I
I
think
thought
it's
the parents, because they were tall and big.
right, but it's that body, it's that athleticism that's gone. Maybe a few years ago when they were
Yeah.
younger, but it's that. Remember they were talking about ibuprofen and Ben
Yeah.
Gay?
And you remember they said, get your points early because they're trying to tire you guys out. Thank goodness for Heavenly, because she said it's 11 to 11. That was funny. That was
Yeah,
funny. That was funny. And then Simone was like, maybe next time, boys, maybe next time. That was hilarious.
yeah,
You cheated, but you pretending you're feeling sorry for them because they lost.
right,
That
right.
was funny. I
Yeah,
thought
that
that was
was that was
great.
fun.
Hmm.
Mhm.
But you know what I thought was, and this, I was just going to rewind a little bit back to when Heavenly was talking to her son.
Yes, that was really good.
Yeah, that was really good. Really intelligent boy. Seems to be more like his father than Heavenly, thank God.
Hmm. His
And
arms seem a little short.
you see, so so um so so I thought that it was really good what they were talking about, and he was showing Heavenly how else you can talk about Black Lives Matter without being so vocal and violent about it and
Anger,
nasty
angry.
and angry mouth about it, the typical Black woman theme.
Hmm.
I thought that was really good. And I thought, great. When they were at the basketball game and they began to talk, I thought, okay, Heavenly's going to use the lessons she learned from her son. No, she didn't.
No, she
She
didn't.
used her usual ghetto self.
Yeah, she's just too angry.
She's just too camera happy. She's a camera whore.
Oh,
This
you think that's
all she
all
was.
acting?
It's all acting because it proves to me because her husband when he last that one
Yeah, you're
episode
right. I remember that.
she cut that crap off
She
right
turned
there.
it off in an
And what did she
instant.
see when she, hey,
Mm-hmm.
daddy, and he's just like, dum. I was like, I was like, you're the only one that's here acting up. I mean,
Right.
like, no, all over your husband. Big
Mm-hmm.
Danny, da, da, da. It's just like, I know he's just like, I
Right.
want to say
Right.
something else, but I'm not going to because it'd be
Mm-hmm.
crass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
Don't. Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, so I thought that Heavenly, as usual, please never represent the black woman
Right. Right.
because you give us a bad name.
Right.
And you know what? Yeah, Neela knew that she didn't experience what black people have historically gone through. She did experience racism,
Oh yeah, definitely.
but
Mm-hmm.
but it's not the same thing. I don't see nobody out here killing Indians,
Right.
people from
Right.
India and
Right.
so forth.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not the same thing. But let's acknowledge that she did go through,
Mm-hmm.
racial
Right.
issues and had racial slurs and so
Discrimination
forth
and
and
right. Yeah.
discrimination. Yeah, so that's okay. And she acknowledged that no, I didn't go through what you guys went through. So that means that she went and learned something.
Right. Right. Oh yeah.
So give her the benefit of learning.
And
I
just
mean, give her the credit.
listen to what she's saying. You have to
Yeah,
listen
instead of,
to people
and I
to
was happy
learn.
that Toya got in her face. I was like,
Yeah.
good for you, Toya. Stick up for your friend and just done with Heavenly. Toya, she has no fuse.
Patience.
No
Uh-huh.
more.
Mm-mm.
And then Heavenly tried that. Yeah, we know what Quad
Well
said.
said, yeah.
Girl, and you know why she didn't expound on it? Because there is nothing wrong with taking out a personal loan to build a pool. People do that
No.
all the time.
Right, right. It's no big deal. No
And you
one
know what?
cares.
Good for her. They gave her $100,000.
Yeah, that means your credit's good.
Yeah,
And no one cares.
nobody
No
cares.
one cares.
Right. I was
Yeah.
just like, if you're going to bring receipts and you're going to talk about something, can you make it worthwhile?
Right. To make
Or
it
just,
interesting, please.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because she was like, Quad, what does Quad have to do with this? Well, it was
And then
nothing.
she spilled the tea on Quad, saying that Quad didn't have that show no more. The show got canceled, or
Oh,
she's
she did.
off the show. Yeah, that good cooking show or whatever that show that Quad was on last year,
Uh
where
huh.
she had her new friends. Remember that?
Yeah, it was a talk show.
It was a talk show. Yeah, she's the
Yeah,
Circle or whatever. She's not on it
yeah.
anymore.
Circle Sisters or something like
Circle.
that.
Yeah, she's not on it
What
anymore.
happened to that show?
I don't know.
Let me look and see really quick. See, now this is where we should do a cutaway to Circle Sister thing. Let me just check really quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
It was called Circle Sisters.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look up Quad.
I still don't know why Quad went off the show. Why isn't Quad on the show anymore? That is going to be the next thing that we find out.
Oh, here it is. Quad Lunsford is taking a break from Circle Sister to undergo fibroid surgery.
Say what?
She stepped away from the show to Sister Circle to undergo fibroid surgery.
That is some BS.
The reality TV star will be stepping back from her hosting duties while she undergoes treatment for fibroids. Says Sister will be taking a hiatus from the show while she undergoes treatment for fibroids.
When did the
Shared the
article come
news
out?
at the conclusion 2019, March 2019.
And she never went back on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's a good way to say you're no longer, you've been canceled off the
Is
show.
the show still on?
I don't know.
Let me see. I'm going to Instagram. It's a popular show. 372K followers.
She must have.
And the last time they posted was in April
Of what?
2020. Why would they stop posting after April? Wait. Yeah.
Maybe
April
COVID.
April 24th, 2020.
COVID, maybe.
I
I don't
mean,
know.
what does COVID have to do with that?
You can't film. COVID.
Well, then film on Zoom, like a lot of TV shows do.
I don't know, IJ. Maybe they didn't have the budget for Zoom.
Okay. Well, yeah, we
Okay.
can find out why she's not on. I'll be looking it up, so we'll have that tea for you guys next time because we
Yes, we
want to find
will
out why.
investigate.
Where's Quad at, and where's Mariah
Miss
at?
Quad, Miss Quad, Miss Quad.
Right,
Yeah.
and where's Mariah at
Yeah,
too?
where's Mariah? We do miss Mariah.
Yeah, but we did
Hmm.
see that Lisa is coming back on the show for a little bit.
Lisa was boring. I did like her. I
I
liked
did
her. I
like
liked
her. I
Lisa.
did like her
But
and
she
her
was,
issues with her husband. Ugh.
yeah, he was a cheater, right? Remember all that? Yeah.
Yeah, I would have been off the show too.
Yeah.
Don't want to air none of that on TV.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Well, I can't think of anything else that happened on the show to be worthwhile, but it has
I,
been the best episode out of all of them so far.
yes, the fourth one has been the best, and I think we've covered it all, you
Hmm.
know,
Yep.
and
And next week, hopefully, it'll be a little bit more interesting so that you
yeah,
guys have a reason to turn in and we have a reason to talk.
right. We will
Because if
always
it
have a
does,
reason to talk, and you will always have a reason to turn in. Right.
okay. Well, do you want to take it away since the
Yes,
or
guys.
is not here?
Yes. So please, if you like what you see and you want to see more, please click on the subscribe button in the corner. Turn on your notifications and write a comment down below. And
Yes.
we was what's that?
Happy comments.
Yeah, comment down below, and we will see you guys next week.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.